All right, we'll go ahead and get started. If you have a question for head coach Nicki Collen, please raise your hand in the chat. I'll call you. We'll start with Danny Thompson. Go ahead, Danny.
Good afternoon, Coach. Danny Thompson, the three-point conversion. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Can't complain. Beautiful day. So, of course, with a beautiful day, it's another game tonight. But we all know Breanna Stewart's one of the best players in the entire league. But Benaj has been known for her defense throughout her entire career. Will she get the defensive assignment to start the game on Stewie?
No. Mo Billings will get that assignment. I mean, Stewie's playing all four for them. It's a little hard to, in that scenario, there could be a switch here and there where Benaja's on her, but Stewie's at least 6'5", so that would be. I mean, I think Benaja can take her in stretches if she needs to, but no, Mo will be on her to start. She'll get a heavy dose of Mo and Glory probably.
Doug Feinberg, go ahead.
Hey, Coach.
Hey.
How do you guys try to be more consistent on offense? I mean, obviously Kennedy had a great game last time, but how do you get everyone sort of in the flow to make things more consistent on the offensive end?
Well, it's going to start with not turning the basketball over. It's hard to get offensive flow when you don't get shots on goal. So that's number one. I think, you're seeing kind of the product of, you've seen the kind of the ups and downs of Courtney Williams. We really dove into her numbers a year ago, even with Connecticut. She got off to a little bit of a slow start with them. So we just need to get her bounce back. Elizabeth's been pretty consistent. I thought she missed a couple of easy ones against Phoenix that, could have gotten her going, and then, dealt with foul trouble all night. But there's two areas where we're good right now. We're good in transition. We're number one in the WNBA right now in efficiency in transition. So we've got to get into transition more offense. Our volume is only 6, so we've really got to get ourselves in transition. And then the second thing is we've got to set more screens. We got stagnant at times. We let teams dive under us and really try to score in the first action rather than swinging the ball through multiple actions. And, right now we're number one in the league in pick and roll, hitting the roller. So we're really, really efficient when we get in screening actions and we roll our big. So we need to do that more. We need to not pop as much. We got to get Mo rolling as much as Elizabeth, and just get to multiple actions. Obviously against Seattle, they load up on the strong side. They're an ice team, but they really load and rotate and will turn you over. So we've turned it over against teams that don't normally turn teams over. So tonight our challenge is going to be against a team that really does do some things that put pressure on you on the strong side. We've got to consistently play to the 2-on-1 on the backside and get them in rotations.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Danny Thompson, back to you.
Coach, you mentioned getting Mo established early. She hasn't been shooting the ball as well as she did the first game. What do you do to get her confidence back up, especially because she said she's missed some gimme shots in the first couple games?
Yeah, I think if you look at that first game when she got 30, I ran one play for her. One. She's not a player that we play through very often. She's a player that's a product of how we play in general. So she got herself going in that game, an offensive rebound, a dive to the rim, 2 steals in transition that led to runouts. Like, that's how Mo gets herself going. It's her energy. She's gotten in these last few games, probably turned, easy putbacks into too many secondary looks, instead of just powering the thing back up. She wants to step through and change sides of the court. So, we've just been talking to her about simplifying. I certainly trust an open 15-footer, but you can't predetermine your shot. So she's just got to play more under control, really simplify, set better screens, slip a screen, roll off a screen, and then just move to the front of the rim. A lot of times what Elizabeth does so well is rolls right to the charge arc and gets those drop passes from Benaja and from Kennedy. And Mo tends to want to pop, and I think she can get herself going with some easy ones around the rim, get her confidence back so that, she can kind of knock down those 15-footers.
Doug Feinberg, back to you.
Nick, I think I asked you the other day how players can turn the page with so many games in such a short period of time and recover. How do coaches do it? I mean, you have a day in between games, and like you got to turn the page to the next game and get focused on whoever you're playing next. It's pretty quick turnaround as opposed to like having some time.
Yeah, it's no sleep is what it is. It's so if my eye starts twitching, you guys will know that the first thing that happens when I'm low on sleep and drink, not hydrating enough is like my eye will start twitching, my eyelid starts twitching. So, especially because, we're competitive. I felt like we gave one away the other night. So sometimes it's hard to immediately turn the page. So, in a unique situation, I sat with Kurt Miller after our loss against Phoenix because we stayed around to watch them because they were playing Seattle, which was our next opponent. So, we were able to commiserate together a little bit. And then, you just start watching film and you get up in the morning and you watch film. You put in a game plan. You just kind of move from one game plan to the other. And, at the same time with a young team, a new team, we're super focused, super hyper focused on what are we doing and not doing, as opposed to necessarily what our opponents are doing. And that's new for me. That's very uncomfortable for me. I love, to X and O against what we're going to see next. But sometimes it has to be like, for us, our screens were horrific against Phoenix. And so we really focused yesterday in the little bit of live stuff that we did on setting better screens, separating off screens, waiting on screens, and really waited till today to just kind of put in a game plan against Seattle. So I don't like doing that, but it's probably what's best for our team, and I have to do what's best for our team right now.
Thanks.
All right, any last questions? All right, thanks, Coach.
You got it.